just wrap up the love song thing. Where's that coming from? Because I think they complained for about 3 minutes.
No.
About your Michael Bolton or your
Who said that?
80s love song.
My music.
They asked us what
love
music do you
songs.
like.
Oh, I
and
love
said,
old school. Oh yeah. Okay, I've been outed. No, I just like a bit of everything.
I got into the habit of eating clean a few years ago, and I kind of lost the desire or the need for like McDonald's or anything. Like I feel like I would feel sick if I had that now. But I do like something sweet every now and then.
Remember something about... No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah.
I was like, more than love songs, I am
Careful.
Yeah.
So I see this guy next to me. I just keep who's this guy, bro? So he chatted, I go, hey, hello, so one. Hey, I thought this guy was like, shout out the big guy. Anyway, diving, he swims, he nearly beats my guy. Who's this kid here, bro? Anyway, next night he qualifies 100 backstroke. I said, how old are you, my boy? I'm 17. This guy been tackling cows on the farm. What's going on? How's he so big, this guy?
Cool. Let's go through, like, what's your guys' journey to the Olympics? Take me to when it started. Like, when did you realize, hey, you know what, the swimming thing, I think I can make it a thing?
Maybe grade 8. I remember talking to my school in grade 8 and asking if I get some time off to train more, to try and make the 2021 Olympics. Yeah, that's when it kind of got put into play.
Cool. Where were you at school?
St. Charles College, Pietermaritzburg.
St. Charles. Cool.
So were you just trying to get out of school, or were you actually wanting to swim?
In grade 8, I just, it was more it was a hopeful thing, but I was more happy to get out of school than to thinking of the Olympics in 4 years. Yeah.
And you, Meneer?
Yeah, for me it was probably in 9th grade. So I was swimming but still doing other sports as well. And swam a qualifying time for World Junior Champs. And then I was like, okay, I guess I can, if I work harder, because I wasn't training a lot at the time. So I was like, maybe if I train more and focus more on swimming, then maybe I can take it a bit further. And then I started thinking about like the Olympics and maybe becoming a world champion or that kind of thing.
Cool. Where were you at school?
Cornwall Hill College. At first I was in Rustenburg Hoërskool, and then we moved to Pretoria and I went to Cornwall Hill College. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What were the other sports that you played?
I played rugby, cricket, athletics, hockey. I did karate, so basically everything you can think of.
Overachiever, eh?
I wasn't great in all of those sports, but I played them for sure. Yeah.
Cool. If you guys weren't elite athletes, what would you be? Like, are you studying at the moment? What would you be?
I like cooking. I like painting, and a pilot would be cool maybe. Not something too conventional like a 9 to 5 really. So maybe like more of a tactical thing.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know what I would be doing. I'm not studying or anything like that, but I'm planning on maybe studying philosophy. So Rocco actually enrolled me in philosophy, but I made sure I can still get out of it before next year. So we'll see, because he says you must use your mind, and I've only been swimming for like a year now, so I'll see what I do. I'll probably end up doing something, maybe a real estate course or something like that. But I don't really have any interest in anything, and like you said, like I can't see myself doing a 9 to 5. So anything that I have a lot of freedom in, and that I'm not like on the clock, So I'll see where life takes me.
Cool. Talk to me about cooking. Like, you're hosting a big party. What are you putting on the stove?
Yeah. So sometimes I like to invite some friends over, have like a dinner thing. With other people, mainly like a pasta thing. I like to cook. I like cooking the sauce, cutting up some garlic and onions. Yeah.
Cool. He's also a passionate chef.
What's your go-to meal before racing?
I think I would like to have, let's see what you eat. Maybe like a piece of salmon would be good, and then have some carbs, like maybe some rice or potatoes. And then I like to have like a salad mix. Yeah.
You did?
What do I like to eat for racing?
Before, yeah.
I like rice, pasta for some carbs, and then I also like fish, chicken for protein, and I like fruit, a lot of fruit in competition.
So, leading on to that, I remember hearing a story that when I think it was Beijing, Usain Bolt set the record then, and he was like, the one thing he's looking forward to is McDonald's. You know, like day after competition, what is that like filthy pleasure that you're gonna go for?
Like your cheat meal.
Yeah.
There's lots of desserts in the dining hall. Maybe like a cookie. Cookie would be nice. Yeah.
You're not gonna leave the village and just be like, I want a burger and a beer. Or,
They have that, yeah.
not beer.
The beer.
I've looked.
Burgers or yeah, everything's really in the village. Yeah, I like it, yeah.
What's your cheat meal?
I don't know, I don't really have one. I got into the habit of eating clean a few years ago, and I kind of lost the desire or the need for like McDonald's or anything. Like I feel like I would feel sick if I had that now. But I do like something sweet every now and then. So maybe some ice cream would be very nice, or yeah, anything sweet would be nice.
Are you guys tempted? I mean, that dining hall is like free for all. Do you just get that temptation sometimes to just?
After training, I'm pretty hungry, so I don't have really tempted for something sweet really. Just like to get a good Whole Foods in, and then once I'm full, then pretty satisfied just to eat anything really.
Cool. Last movie or Netflix series you really enjoyed?
Actually watched the anime one. It's called Demon Slayer. I thought it was really cool. The animation was really cool, and the storyline was actually really good.
Are you big into anime?
I've only watched like maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
2 or 3 ones, but yeah, I really enjoy the animation. I think they do it really well.
And does that come from your love of painting? Is it like painting?
Yeah, more of the
art,
artistic
drawing?
side. Yeah, no, I like how they designed the whole thing.
You say?
For me, Johnny Football. I watched. It's about Johnny Manziel, the American football player, and there's a documentary on Netflix, very good, about his life, and he got super famous while he was playing football in the NCAA, and just like he lived a crazy lifestyle for a few years, and it just documents that. So it was very good.
Are you big on your sports documentaries?
Not really usually, but this got recommended to me by my friend Kobe, and because I sent him a video of Johnny Manziel, and then he said I should check out the documentary, so I ended up watching it. It was very, very good.
You have a mate named Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
Cool.
He also swims. He's in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What? So there's always that famous shot that we see on TV when you get called out to go to the starting blocks, and typically you've got your headphones on there. What are you listening to as you're walking out?
I don't listen to music before.
Just straight out, do your job.
Straight out, yeah.
Like,
And if they had like a theme song that everybody walked out to, you know, like they do in cricket when a guy's about to bowl, and he's got his favourite song or whatever, what would yours be?
I really like a song called it's called Babylon Is Falling.
Is that by?
Bob Marley.
No, I have to think.
and you, are you listening to music, or you?
No, I am. Yeah, I like to listen to something chilled, like ambient music, to calm myself in the ready room, because I feel like swimming isn't really a sport where it's not very beneficial to hype yourself up too much. Like Rock always says, the 3 R's of speed are range, rhythm, and relaxation. So in swimming, it's more based on that, being relaxed and rhythm and range. So I don't hype myself up a lot. Some people do, but it's just not what I really like to do. So something very chilled normally. Sometimes even like Orthodox monks chants that they do. So
Cool. And then outside of like race hype, what music do you guys listen to? Like if you say top 3 artists.
I like some of the indie stuff, just like really chill music. Yeah, not too much on the rap side. Or something a little more singing, a little more instrumental based. So you got like the band, and you can hear some guitar solos. some drum solos, more old school kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm
Yeah.
coming back to you, don't worry. And you?
Also like alternative and some gospel here and there. If I hear a good one, then I'll add it and listen to it. And normally when I hear a song I like, I'll overplay it for like a week and then I'm tired of it. So, but yeah, also like alternative type of music is nice.
Do you guys spend a lot of time together as a group? Kind of the gents, like the girls seem like they spend a lot of time together, like in each other's company. Is it the same as with you guys, or are you more like spread out?
I feel like so far on this trip we've been pretty spread out just because different schedules and different rooms. We're in like the same communal area, but yeah, so I think we all rest at different times and all of that. So far it's been we've been on our own schedules a little bit. And it's just 3 of us, so yeah.
You guys need a speaker, that's what you need. Get a speaker, communal speaker, start doing some playlists.
Yeah.
Like, who would be in charge of the music out of the 3 of you?
I think Chad would take over the speaker. Yeah.
Probably.
What's he gonna play?
Love songs.
Sorry, I need you to say that again for me, but louder.
Love songs. Chad loves love songs. Yeah.
Love songs like?
What's that one you were singing at one time? I don't know, but like any like 80s love song or old love songs you can think of. Like you must ask him about it. He really likes
We will.
romantic love songs. Yeah.
We definitely won't forget that. And who's the joker in the group?
Chad.
Chad. Yeah.
Is he like completely off the wall, or playing pranks on everybody and things like that?
No pranks. Just I don't know. I feel like he's very outgoing. He's a people's person, so he's always like making jokes and taking any opportunity he can get to crack a joke.
And who's the serious one?
We're between Pieter and I. Yeah. I'm pretty sure though.
I don't think there's a serious one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, I mean, it must be quite a thing. Like you guys are here, like rooming with Chad, you know? How was that like first time that you met though?
First time. You go.
I think the first time that I really met him was, I think 2020. We were training for the Olympics, and I was looking for some training partners. And then him and his dad, they invited me to come stay at his house for like maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, so I got to know him there. It's really cool there. Yeah.
I think the first time I met him was at Olympic trials in PE, and he called me Worm because I was still 16 and he was like, I was tall, so I was taller than him, and then he just said, hello, I should call you Worm, something like that. So that was my first interaction with him. But then obviously we went to Tokyo together as well, spent a lot of time together, so got to know him all.
Cool.
So let me jump in there. So, I mean, one of the things we discuss a lot is that people at home don't really have a firm understanding of how amazing it is to qualify for the Olympics. I think everybody kind of thinks podium, medals, like those are the people they know, and you go 50 swimmers out of 8 billion people and you're one of them. Do you guys ever get that feeling when you walk around and you see, like yesterday we saw Carlos Alcaraz, we saw DuPont, Snoop Dogg was here, you know? Do you ever walk around and kind of pinch yourself and go, well, this is pretty elite?
No, for sure. I was thinking the other day, like, this literally is what I was dreaming about when I was younger. So it's easy to get caught up in your dreams, your current dreams and hopes that you have for the future, but you're actually living what you were dreaming about when you were younger. So you have to remind yourself of that sometimes.
Who would you probably like to bump into the most, kind of walking around the village?
Apparently Jake Paul is coming to the Olympics. You know that?
Yeah, I know
the
that.
YouTuber.
Not
Yeah.
that old.
Hey?
Not that old.
Yeah.
What's he coming to do?
That'll be cool. But if you saw Snoop Dogg, then yeah, that was gonna be very dope.
I don't know, bro. I had to walk like 2Ks because the bus went the wrong way again.
Oh jeez.
They're always getting lost.
Hey, they're getting lost, these guys, man.
Are they getting lost or crashing?
Exactly. Exactly.
Mama's
You good?
crash.
I'm okay. Bit of bit of a problem, but we're all right. Going for some MRI today.
Oh shit.
We might have a tear in the top upper trapezius. But it's okay. Should be fun. I got 9 days. I race only next week, so I have more time than these two. These boys need to be ready Friday, so we'll see. Yeah,
Lekker. Well, thanks for joining us.
of course.
How are you finding the game so far? When did you get in?
I got in. These guys got in a few days before me, but I got in on Monday night. I was supposed to only come today, but it was great. We were in Montpellier for a few days for the holding camp. But I've been in Germany, for the last 6 months, so I didn't really need a holding camp, and I've been in the same time zone. It's only a 3.5 hour train, so no, it's amazing. It's probably a bit better than I thought actually. I just came from the pool. I know you guys were there yesterday. Super nice. I mean, it's in La Defense, where Sia plays for Racing 92, so it's a special place. Our captain is there, and really rock and roll.
Cool. And where are you now? Fourth Olympics.
Fourth Olympics, man.
Fourth Olympics.
Got the grey beard coming out there.
How's this experience versus, the rest? I know the last one was hell, with the cards, etc. But how's this feeling?
Honestly, I got chills coming into the stadium this morning. It was just like a good vibe, because it's 8 years since we've had a proper Olympics, in my opinion. Tokyo was very difficult because, these boys, there was no crowd. These guys rolled through and it was just empty. There was 100 people and it was all swimmers and coaches and stuff. So it was just not even the atmosphere in the village. People had to wear masks and distance, and now it's just energy, and everyone is smiling, everyone is happy. Respectfully, the French are not known to be so friendly, but everyone is so friendly and so happy. It's the Olympic spirit that everyone has. So, I think this is a great games. London was amazing for obvious reasons, but also just in terms of everything being set up really well. Rio was a bit more like, I always joke and say, a bit more like an Africa Games, and everything was a little bit off, but it was beautiful. It had a good culture, a good vibe. And Tokyo was just, respectfully was terrible, just everything about it. But hopefully this will be more like Rio and London, and we can all have a successful games.
Yeah, and you guys, how have you found kind of the vibe?
It's definitely nice. Like seeing lots of different countries all coming together, like we're eating together in this year, and everybody's mixing, and everyone's just having a really good time. So it's nice to have, with the social distancing, nobody was really getting involved with each other or mixing with other countries too much. So it's nice to have, all the countries from around the world are here all in one place. I don't know, not sure how many times this happens when everybody gets together like this.
Yeah, no, I've really been enjoying it. I was saying it feels smaller than Tokyo did, but I think it may just be my own perspective that changed, because back then it was my first senior international competition, so definitely feels smaller to me, and I feel more chilled than the last time. So it's really chilled vibes, and everyone's happy, and it's not tense or stressed or anything like that. So I like that.
Yeah. Can you get more chilled?
Speak for yourself, right?
I was about to say, you're more chilled than last time. You're like the most chilled human I think I've ever come across.
No, I don't know. Maybe inside sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but
I was thinking we need to check your heart rate.
Both these guys.
Yeah.
I'm stressed at my fourth games. These guys are just, let's be
another day work. So, is in your guys' sport, are we close to the other people? I remember, for me, one of the really, really special memories that I remember is when it was Laura, Tatiana, gold, silver, and firstly they hugged each other, and then there's a later shot where literally all 8 swimmers are in the middle of the pool, kind of this camaraderie. Do we have the same kind of thing in the male side of the game?
Look, I think it's just a little bit different because we haven't had 2 males in an Olympic final in the last, 16 years, I think it was the last time. So, we also make different events. The only chance is me and Matthew in the 100 fly, because that's the only 2 events that that will be together. So, I think for Commonwealth Games and stuff like that, it's always amazing. I think Cameron had that moment with Julio. I had it with Sebastian in 2014. I had it with Roland in 2014. So there's definitely that moments that we have. but I think that was special because obviously it was Kayleen and Tatiana, you know, and they were, no, it's all good, and they were obviously training teammates, and they were like together, you know, so it was obviously a special moment, and yeah, that moment was unbelievable to be a part of that goal from Tatiana. I mean, yeah, that was special.
And swimmers from other countries, do you guys like have the same WhatsApp group, know each other well?
Yeah, I get along with them. We go on like tours together every year, so it's nice to rekindle with all of them. Yeah, but I know a few from all the way different countries.
And is it like kind of one of those situations where, you know, we played a lot of rugby and you kind of grow up together and you know the guys when they're 14, when they're 15, because you're like always competing against each other, and then when you kind of become adults, you kind of know almost everything about guys from Cape Town or whatever it is. Do you end up with that kind of similar type of vibe? In
South Africa, yes, but international, there's no one that I really know well. It's just a little chat maybe here and there. I know their names now. I know them well enough to speak to them, but there's no one that like you said, that you've gotten to know them super well. Obviously us, we've been on trips together, so we've gotten to know each other, but internationally, no, it's not like that for me personally.
Maybe you guys will make more mates if you swap swimming trunks like the rugby players swap jerseys.
Maybe.
Honest truth, have you ever done that?
I've been given trunks, but I haven't swapped. No, actually, yeah, touching on what Pieter said, I think it's obviously, look, these boys are very young, you know, they're still 20 and 21, and yeah, I think when you've been around the block a while, you obviously get to know a lot of the guys. When I first started out, I was kind of like them. I didn't really know anyone besides the guys that I grew up with in the team. I do want to say that the South African team is the closest it's been in years. Like I've gone through like almost 3 generations of swimmers. You know, I was first on the team in 2009. You know, my first Olympics was obviously 12, but I'd been on the team for 3 years before then. And the team was very different dynamic to how it is now and how it even was in Tokyo. Tokyo was, for me, the best trip that I've ever had in terms of like unity. And I'm not just saying this for the cameras, because teams before that were not like that. Swimming, unfortunately, is not like, you saw Pieter when you asked that, you were shaking his head. Rugby is different, you know, you guys grew up and it's a brotherhood. And swimming, it's not usually like that because we're all kind of competing for the same part in South Africa. I've never seen it like that, even when I was young. I grew up different, you understand? My dad taught me a different style. And being a senior in the team, I've made sure that the younger generation has fallen under that rule of the rugby, you know, cricket, camaraderie, the way that, you know, that they all come together, because swimming is, you know, maybe I shouldn't be saying this on camera, but it's a jealous sport, you know, especially in South Africa, because it's such a small part. There's not much that we can be made from it. But I've always said, guys, we have to be together because we're actually not fighting each other. You know, we got to beat the Americans, the Canadians, the Aussies. It's if we worry about each other, then we're never going to beat those top dogs. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I think the vibe is so much better these last couple of years that I've been in the team. Honestly, it's a different mindset completely. Even if guys come from different aspects, you know, different clubs.
You, as you said, you're one of the senior members now. So what happens after life after swimming?
It's a good question.
Business ventures.
So the immediate future for the last like 18 months has just been get to August the 3rd. Everything else will be made business-wise afterwards. So I'm lucky to have a good team, good management team around me. So my passion is my foundation, which I've just started the last 2.5 years. We have some amazing partners, which I can't say just yet. We'll be announcing them in September. We're going to roll out a lot of programs for the underprivileged kids in South Africa. We're going to go through starting in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and we're going to find our way back home in Durban. Learn to swim, going in the communities. We've already got everything set up. We've actually raised quite a decent amount of money. So yeah, we've got really good people involved. And yeah, so my passion is going to be towards that. And obviously now with the new minister, Pieter Coetzé, we're very, very excited. Hopefully we can meet him this week. I know we have, I think he's coming to the rugby tonight. So yeah, hopefully we can meet with him and chat about the future of swimming, because yeah, I think there needs to be a, you know, focus on swimming. But you know what, the thing is with me is swimming doesn't get the, you know, it gets the praise every 4 years. You know, we have obviously Sascock, we've been amazing, especially last year, helping us, but we need to get corporate South Africa involved more on a year-to-year basis. You know what I'm trying to say? So like with me and my foundation, and with me having more of an active role outside of the pool after these games, I want to try to help promote swimming in South Africa on a global scale. So yeah, we're hopefully going to get some more sponsors, and we're hopefully going to have more of a, not just an every 4-year kind of deal. You know what I'm trying to say? Just like every year leading into Worlds, the Commonwealth, the Olympics, there's going to be a bit more of a build up. You know, we have World Cups every October. We usually have a short course champs in December. So there's a lot of big things happening in swimming. And we have, you know, these two youngsters are like the future of our sport, you know. Like, I am hopefully going to be around for a little while longer. Hopefully we'll go to another games in LA. But I am getting on. You know, this is the latter stages of my career. And I want to leave a legacy print on the sport. You know, I want to, not only just on the swimming side and the performance side, but also on doing good for the future and the next generation. So that's my passion projects. But in terms of business ventures, I do have some academies which I'm going to be opening up. Again, I can't say it just yet, but ask me in for 4 weeks' time, and we'll have hopefully some good news.
Looking forward to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go into rapid fire. So I think we'll just go there, and then for you, sir, beach holiday or mountain retreat?
Beach.
Early bird, night owl.
Night owl.
One book you think everyone should read?
The Bible.
One thing you can't live without?
Water.
Favorite sport to watch besides swimming?
In South Africa, rugby.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
Pause down.
Read people's minds.
Best piece of advice you've ever received?
I think it was actually something Chad said. Just stay calm, enjoy the moments, and all the hard work's been done. So just enjoy the time now. Something that Chad said, eh?
Some of those lines.
Yeah.
Every morning I drop some knowledge. My dad taught me this from a young age. Just, it's very cliche, but never give up on your dreams. You know, if you're going to come 7th, try come 6th. If you're going to come 2nd, try come 1st. Doesn't matter where you are in the race. Finish with pride. Put your head down at the finish, and never give up. Simple as that.
The less you think, the better.
Oh, full.
Yeah, this guy was studying philosophy.
Yeah, this guy coming in. Bro.
I get it.
So can we just wrap up the love song thing? Where's that coming from? Because I think they complained for about 3 minutes
No.
about your Michael Bolton or your
Who said that?
80s love song.
My music.
They asked us what
Love
music do you
songs.
like.
Oh, I
and
love
said
old
love.
school. Oh yeah. Okay, I've been outed. No, I just like a bit of everything, man.
They said love songs. Eh? They were like straight.
I
jams,
do.
man.
No, what did you say? What I do when I play music? He always says, "What am I going through? What did you say?"
Heartbreak.
He's like, "Oh, he's healing this boy every time." I'm like, "Dude, this is what I like to listen to, man. My playlist is just Boyzone, Westlife, Backstreet Boys. I love it. You know, it's just, I don't know.
That's so good.
I don't know why I do. When we used to go Tiger back in the day, you know, when they drop those tunes like Mr. Brightest comes on, that's my jam. I don't want to hear the flipping new school. You know what I mean?
So
I
you
wanna
don't do the girls Taylor Swift? Eh?
No, maybe not a Swiftie, man. No, more like, you know.
Jeez, they were all Swifties.
Hey?
Oh,
Yeah.
They were Swifties.
No. But listen, I enjoy a bit of everything. You know, when I'm racing, it's different, obviously. You know,
What do you listen to when you come out?
our walkout is usually Not Afraid Eminem. It depends on my mood, or No Love, or 25 to Life. I like that one also. It just depends. It depends who I'm racing. It depends what race it is also. It depends how I got to feel. You know.
Yeah.
Considering that we would never have guessed that you're a Westlife fan.
Gosh. Thanks, boys.
But I'm not editing that out, right?
Yeah.
So, give me one fact about him that you think we wouldn't know.
Okay, no, I mean, I can say something funny about him. When we first met in the trials of 21, he looked the same at 17 than he did now. So I see this guy next to me, I said, who's this guy, bro? So he chatted, I go, hey, hello, sir. Hey, I thought this guy was like, the big guy. Anyway, we dive in, he swims, he nearly beats me. I go, hey, who's this cat here, bro? Anyway, next night he qualifies 100 backstroke, and I see Pieter Coetzé. I say, how old are you, my boy? I'm 17. This guy been tackling cows on the farm. What's going on? How's he so big, this guy, man?
He actually
Anyway.
told us the same story.
Literally, I'm like, I couldn't believe it, man. Shit.
An unknown fact about Sunshine?
Oh, I got plenty about Matthew, eh? Also on camera. Now, Matt and I, we train together, but so we spend a lot of time together. You say that this guy's short. I mean, this guy, I would say, is probably even more in every sense. Like, both these boys, right, on Morinashram tour last year, they can't, if they miss the train, because it's simple. You take L1 and you get off at Clot in Barcelona. It's 2 stops. They go L7, end up in Catalonia. Anyway, it cost them 40 euros to take the taxi
Uber.
back, Uber
Yeah,
back to the pool. They rock up at the pool, both these guys, 35 minutes before they're about to swim. They're chilling, just like, oh yeah, we're right. I'm there 2 hours stressing, like I said, stretching these old bodies. These guys just put on the suit, quick warm up, win the race. I'm there just like, okay, I wish I was 19 again.
You want to know something about? No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, more than love some, I am.
Careful.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much, guys.